So, hi, Ronan from VNV Nation again, talking about the first concert I went to. So, I went with a school friend to see Depeche Mode in Dublin. It was the first concert I got to see. My parents allowed me out of the house to go on my own. I was 13. And that might seem strange for a lot of parents today because they're more protective of their kids, but I think the world has changed a great deal. I was absolutely crazy about the band. It was their first album. And I had been listening to them on radio, like that was the only way I could get to hear it, and from pirate stations in the UK. So went to the gig, met them, and was just in awe. I mean, I loved synthesizers, I was crazy about it, and here was like one of the best new bands. And I was at the gig and I remember every single second of it. I took photographs and I still have the negatives and printed them about 20 times. The first concert you ever go to will never leave you. It's an experience where you just step into a wide new world. I've met the band many times. I've actually met them past all that, like in my career while I'm doing what I do. And I happen to know that two of them have albums belonging to me, so I was kind of like weirds you out. You never know who you're going to meet again. I will never forget it. I went to every single Depeche Mode concert during the 80s, but I went to every single alternative band I could go see. I went to see, like, I don't know, the first Smiths tour, first Jesus and Mary Chain tour, watched New Order perform Blue Monday long before it was just before it was released, and at a show where they just basically came out and did the early 80s thing of like, stood there and kind of just seemed antisocial and what have you, and we loved them for it. They didn't move, they just did their thing. That was an early 80s thing of looking distant and estranged. Tons of bands like that, but get out and at least see a concert. I didn't get to see any kind of big, I don't know, silly concerts. They didn't get taken to any. The closest I got to it was watching Kate Bush perform Wuthering Heights. I was 10 years old, and that was the first time on TV. And I thought, I want to see that in concert. I want to see that as a drama show. This is like theater and music all combined. When you're young, before you become opinionated, you're open to sort of wider ideas. You take things for what they are. A good show is a good show. So there you go. Long-winded answer for my first show.